Boston, was out of football for a few years, got a second chance thanks to the television show Long Shot, and now here he is, a starting quarterback in the National Football League.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Sit. Wide 80.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. Black. 20. Alpha.
Wade in the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Unfortunate interception there by Devin Wade, and it may sound cliche, but those are some of the learning bumps in the NFL.
Too many spins. Great quarterbacks throw interceptions in the game. The key
fumbled
is
it.
whether he'll learn from it and not make
What'd
the
you
same
say?
mistake the next time that opportunity presents itself.
Here's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon
Don't you dare doff your
touchdown.
cap to them.
Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This will be
terrible
taken
block.
short. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Randy Moss from 3 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes gives the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Edelman was the intended target. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Good move by Gurley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down, Vic. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Here's Vic. Finding room to the 20. He gets it left side to Johnson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 32 that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Vic on the sneak, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Vick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Stop the clock. I'm up here for that.
Free 80. Mathis.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Falcons add on. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Tim Brown and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe you go to some jet sweep. Anything to get him going.
Something to get in the ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Vic now from the 50. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit a guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Being chased out left, and he slides to avoid the hit. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Vic to throw it, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wade in the gun. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he sheds himself free. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. That play by Devin brings up a new set of downs. Nice catch as well. Good connection.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned. The key part of it, a new set of downs. Well done.
1st and 10. Devin Wade drops back. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set, red 32.
Devin will throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Devin with play action. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And now we don't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, red 32.
1st and 10. Devin Wade back to pass. Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Son of a bitch.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Oh, He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Beeville.
Throwing on first down. Wade. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Good move by Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Vic operating on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down, Vic. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Vic on the sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in, and the Falcons add on.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. First
down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set. Blue, 43. Dallas.
Devin Wade in the shotgun. And his throw is incomplete. Tim Brown, the intended target. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Black 20. Dallas.
Devin Wade to throw again on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience?
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing, Vick. Space to run past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase.
Wow, that was dumb.
And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, "Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it." Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article is saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set. White 32.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
White, 90.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
19.
Third and long. Devin back to pass. And now here is another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it.
Some
complete.
bullshit.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd and 10. Wade to throw it again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But
the pressure gets to him again. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fielded at the 43. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Michael Vick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Lion, 300.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a second down throw for Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on the sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action on.
Hello. Are you there, sir? Hello? Hello.
The NFL playoffs are upon us. Is the coach
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Mariota. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 62 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience
What
there,
a
did
terrible
just down a score. They
running
come out
backs.
firing right away
Don't like to block.
and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the gun, Vick. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know.
That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone
What's up, Dom?
Someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Base 24. Orange.
A first down throw coming for Vic. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone.
Rubber base.
Wide open receiver complete. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. And he is going to go down. Back at the
What the hell was all that motioning around?
back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the shotgun, it's Vic. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is not efficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Modern Warfare 2 nukes. You playing Modern Warfare 2 now?
Territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, Vic. And Jones has it over the middle. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Vic on 2nd down. And that one's complete to Gurley. 20! And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Vic now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Toe.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Tony Gonzalez, always such a threat in the middle third of the field. 14 times he went to the Pro Bowl because of his ability to handle contact, traffic, and focus on the football. He may have been built like a wide receiver, but had plenty of strength to go ahead and take on those big hits.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too-shall pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Sanders. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a long time for a lobby. And then trying to get a nuke. Sure, only getting 2 or 3 chances an hour.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Really, 2.
Vic to throw it. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Vic now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Vic. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gurley's got the first down and then some. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
For a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again, I want to get into the end zone.
Now it's Gurley. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Vic on the sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in, and the Falcons add on. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off.
And now here is another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Vic now. Buying time to his left. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him well.
That was a interesting angle of route that Gurley just ran.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively.
Fudge.
Not that time.
He mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact. Yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. First half in the books.
Oh, I poached him.
NFL on EA Sports. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets out to 25 to about the 20 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. To throw, Vick. Dumps it off to Gurley. Nifty footwork at the 45. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Complete to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Vick and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Vick to the air again. He's going to flip it out here to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. It'll be Vick once more. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Randy Moss, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons add on.
He was simply incredible at finding the end zone during his tenure in the NFL. Holds the NFL single-season touchdown reception record with 23 back in 2007, partner.
Well, you also reminded me that Randy Moss set the rookie record with 17 touchdown grabs all the way back in 1998.
Well, you remember that season? He felt he had so much to prove to the league. He didn't go as high in the draft as he thought he should have, and he tried to make everyone else pay.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
All right, let's see where I land.
They're down in this game. A chance for the offense,
Tell
though,
me
to put something
my
on the board,
score
get some
on the
momentum here at half
game.
2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game.
8.
That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time...
High score got 338, 138.
Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7... You're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now here's Vic finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Vic will look to throw on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout.
Lord
so
averages
far as we get set for the fourth quarter.
26,367
Very one-sided
a game
affair.
this week.
They'll try and run first and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Be right back.
Now a second down throw for Vic. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Throwing, Vic. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Ryan Shazier in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brad Wing now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off
Yeah.
right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's
watch ya.
close to the 40.
The old YouTube.
And now out comes Houston. They are just
Watch.
obviously getting
Eat and
shellacked
watch.
here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. Johnson was the intended receiver. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vick. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Vick operating on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Vick and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Michael Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 4.
That's a good score. That's a real good score. Really good. That's a lie.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This will be taken short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Vick. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the high alert because he's a tremendous athlete.
Boy, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. In fact, he's the only person to have both a reception and an interception in Super Bowl history. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Look at the spin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a handoff for Gurley. Fancy footwork at the 45. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 55 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result. 6 points.
Touchdown. From the gun, Vick. And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Right 90. Right 90. He's left,
throwing again. Vic on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either.
It's a good
pick.
pick.
And it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Man, this team does not like you running that play on them.
Nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're slow, too.
Now Gurley, hand off left.
You could probably use a toss on this team. That's what I did. They're so slow. Oh, here we go. Whoop. I'm a dummy. Never listen to me. That's what I'm talking about. Marvel, superheroes and stuff. They need to listen to me. Other than that.
Told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16.
Brilliant.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down, Vic.
Take me down to the 45-6 and the grass is green and the girls are pretty. First down.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Vic. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Vic now. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You're right.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter in the books. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Hey, let's go! Right 90, right 20. Double.
Vic to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Vic readies to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain of 14.
Oh, it's a pass. He catches it. He goes out at the 28-yard line. Look at the pass. He's like, I caught it. Great pass. Go back out the field, ready for the next play.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game.
Well, a spinner Rooney right there. Call the guy Booker T.
Falcons continue to pour it on. Dan
I
Quinn's
played
told his
with the
offense,
target.
let's try and
Big
get
target
2 more.
touchdown.
To throw, Vic, and he's got it. They add on more, a little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Booker first. No, stop.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the deep.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He completes it to Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down, Vic. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd and 1, here's Vic. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Vic to the air again. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons add on.
One passing touchdown like that.
People look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Able to power through. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And our attention turns now to T.J. Yeldon. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And they have
Reception.
And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So here's Vic following the interception. Room to run past midfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45.
I hit legs today.
This drive
Stretch.
starting off on the right foot.
Oh, no.
18 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme it.
Leg day Saturday. Oof.
Receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the back.
Yeah, I try to get him twice a week now.
Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone.
I don't do too super heavy anymore. Today I did a main workout. The heavy one was a leg press, which is nice, but
Closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
mornings.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Doing those right now.
Back-to-back nice plays.
Back
12
course
yards
down
that
there.
time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
White 20! White 20!
This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Vick and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. It'll be Vick once more. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now here's Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, let's go!
From the red zone now, Vick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Tight rope it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Falcons add on. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically, you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case, to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first.
Little tight end action.
Right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a second down throw for Vick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hey, let's go! Line, 300.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I screwed that up so bad.
Yeah, this team is getting thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it.
No first down. Just get a
So
sack.
it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose nice yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Fielded just inside the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They give him 13. There on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. Forced out to his left. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
1st down, Vick. He finds his man Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Again, it's Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're...
Oh, I didn't want to score.
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Well, you got 2 timeouts. You get a double sack and a couple sacks.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the...
You get a fumble.
And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, and try to...
He cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Deion Jones in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism because they went right back to there after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And my goodness, another interception.
There we go.
Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield.
Do I need anything?
Try and get as many 1st downs as you can, maybe.
I got 29, 406 passing, 209 rushing.
Yeah, get like 30 1st down. Get that clean. 30.
Good starting field field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll be out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there.
To my eyes, just seeing the
What a solid.
this game moves along.
Yeah, buddy.
The 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Vic. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head to head. But that's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This will be taken very short.
Phew.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some
I give him a nanner bliss, all right.
there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battle all the way to the end.
Oh. I beat him again.
Go up 6 spots.
Yeah, you're top 25 again for sure. I'm probably going to land somewhere around here, I think. 31. Guessing. It's fine.
I think a lot of people haven't played yet.
Look at that score. 342. Who are you, dude? Well, Jackson's still running his fever. I'm gonna hop off here.
Alright.
Alright.
Good night, man.